Hey y'all, it's Heather. I'm in the kitchen this morning. I have a lot of lemons and I'm planning on making lemon extract with them. For the extract, I'll only need the zest of the lemons, so then I have all the juice that I need to do something with. I'm thinking of freezing those in some molds or making some lemonade concentrate, but we'll really just have to get in the kitchen and get started to see how it all turns out today. If you're new here, thanks so much for joining me. If you want to keep up with what we have going on around here, please consider subscribing. We're new here on YouTube and we're learning how to share here. And we really want to build a community. So if you're interested in food preservation, we do hot water bath, pressure canning, freeze drying, freezing, food prep. Then we have chickens and rabbits, and we cut wood, we heat with wood. My husband does a lot of building projects, anything we need done around here. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but when we need something done, then he does it. Granted, we have not videoed a whole lot of that end of it. We're still figuring it all out. So, anyway, we would love for you to join us. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to keep up with us. Thanks so much. Let's get on with the day and get these lemons taken care of. Okay, so I have all these lemons and I'm going to zest them to make lemon extract. Then I'm going to juice them and I'm going to save the juice to put in these little silicone molds, and I'm going to freeze them because every morning we drink a half to a full lemon in a little bit of water, and it'll just be easier to just pop those out. We're going to freeze them in the silicone molds. I don't know if I said all that. Anyway, and then if we have any more left, we're going to make a lemonade concentrate. So I don't know how much juice we're going to get. We'll see. But to start with, we're going to start zesting, which probably will take a minute. So I'll do a little bit, show y'all how I'm doing it. So I'm just going to use this microplane zest. I don't think it's grater. That's what it's called. It's not called, I don't think it's called a zester. I think it's called a grater. And I'm just going to start zesting. I'm not going to get down to the white. I only want the yellow. The white is bitter, and the yellow is what holds all that lemon flavor. So we'll just do this for a long, long time. I'm not going to video all that. Honestly, I don't think I have the battery for it, but we'll do this one and then I'll do the rest and bring you back. I did get these organic lemons, so I'm super excited about that. Normally my lemons are not organic, so I just haven't made lemon extract out of those. And I've never made lemon extract, but I do buy it. So I am going to make some so I don't have to buy it anymore. You can see it's getting in there. I'll just do that about 40 more times, getting all the lemon off that I can. And I'm sure you could possibly somehow peel these and just get the lemon off, but this is how I zest my lemons normally, so this is how I'm doing it. But you find a way that works for you and do it your way. If this doesn't work for you, or if you don't have one of these, I didn't always have one of these little things. My sister bought me this a couple years ago, and I was like, what in the world is that? But Lord, after I used it, I use it like to do garlic sometimes. Oh, so easy. And I have that little garlic thing, but I like the way this does it better. And I just do the garlic like that. Works so good. And then for zest. And I don't think I use it for anything else. If you use it for other things, tell me. Because like I said, I didn't even know what this was. And the reason I will be go ahead and making something out of the juice of all these, because I have zest lemons in the past, and I don't need the lemon juice. And I didn't juice them. Well, they dry up super duper fast when they don't have this yellow peel on them. So you definitely want to have plans for the juice if you're doing this. Okay, well that's 2. I could bring you a little closer to show you before I cut you off. So I'm going to finish up doing these, and then we'll come back. I'm finishing up the last lemon here, and then we will get this extracting. Okay. I don't know exactly how many lemons I ended up doing, but this is, I can't tell if you can tell, or if the, I think the light might have been on it too much reflecting. There is the lemon zest. I'm going to try it in a paint, and we're going to see how it looks in there. Trying to get my jar all dirty. Oh, this is actually more than what it looked like on the pan. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Because I was thinking about 3/4 of the way full. And it's not 3/4 of the way, but I don't know, like this little tiny bit matters. It does. Every little bit matters. Okay. It is more than half full if you're filling it to there, but I'm filling it to the very top. So it's probably about half full. That's what we're going with. And I have 100 proof vodka on hand. I also have some 80 proof, but I'm going to use the 100 proof. I like to use that on tinctures when I have it. If I don't have it, I'll use the 80 proof. All right. Tippy top. Canning lid. Shake it up. And I will put this in my other room where I keep all my tinctures, as I'm not worried about shaking it and all that stuff. I will label it. Okay, so I put where I got the lemons from, the type of alcohol I used, and today's date. And I will worry about straining this the next time I need it. But I will not worry about using this until I have a whole bottle in here that I haven't even opened yet. So I'll put this in my room in there, and I'm sure it will be more than 6 or 8 weeks, because I would definitely let it sit at least 6 or 8 weeks, but I've never made this before, so we'll just see. We'll try it in 6 or 8 weeks, and then I won't strain it. I'll probably just take out what I need. That's what I do with my vanilla. I just take out what I need, and I let the vanilla bean just continue to sit in there, because I think the ones that I've made in the past, for the vanilla, after a year or so, it is really, really good. But after 6 or 8 weeks, I will use it. Okay, vanilla extract, done. There we go, so pretty. Now we're going to work on juicing these. And first, because this is what I use the most, is I'm going to try freezing them in these little molds. I'm going to see how, if like a half a lemon juice might fit in one of these. I don't know. I've never done this before either. I was just thinking that it would definitely be convenient, but I have been wanting to do the lemon extract because it's kind of expensive, right? Extract. So like I was saying, I think it's kind of expensive. So I have been wanting to make some, but I did want the organic lemons for that. And this is the first time I've gotten a lot of organic lemons at one time. So that's really why we're doing the rest of these things, because I wanted the extract. My storage on my phone is questionable at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is cut this off and come back once I've juiced all this. Because really, it's the same thing over and over. And all you're going to do is see my arms getting tired and me switching back and forth. And I just have a strainer back here with bowl that I'm putting that in. And I'll just repeat and repeat and repeat until I'm done. And then we'll move on to the next step. I have just a couple more lemons here to juice. And while I was juicing, I'm looking at my little silicone things here and I juiced a lemon to see how much it would take up. And it will take up about 5 of those squares in that mold. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I thought one of those would be enough, you know. I don't know why I thought a lemon would fit in there, or half a lemon or whatever. So I thought I was going to get lots and lots of servings, but we'd have to use at least 5 of those squares, right? I'm not doing that, which it still would make 16 days worth, but I'm not doing that. There we are. Everything's juiced. Everything's juiced. And I already strained that much, which is 4 cups. Okay, well, I thought about it, and I think I'm just going to make lemonade concentrate. Again, something I've never done. I've made lemonade, but not shelf-stable lemonade concentrate. So, here we go. That is 8 cups of lemon, about 3/4 cup. So, yeah. See, this is just kind of fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing. This is how I do in the kitchen. I have the lemons. What I wanted to do with the lemons was make lemon extract. I got that. Now I have my lemon juice that I did have a plan for, but that plan kind of blew up. And this is just how it works in the kitchen for me. I didn't have a script wrote out. I'm not doing this just to make a video. I was doing it to share how I was going to make lemon extract for the first time. But I didn't just buy all that to make a video, is what I'm saying. So sometimes things like this will happen when you're watching my videos, because the things I'm making videos on are things I am just doing for myself and my family. And sometimes it's the first time I'm doing it. So sometimes that's how it works out. And when I make lemonade, I use honey. So that's what I'm going to do in this, is I'm going to use honey, because I did read that you could I read on different recipes that it's supposed to be 1 part lemon to 1 part sugar, but it says that the sugar doesn't matter as far as the canning process, the preserving process, so you can lessen the sugar or you can change the sugar. So I'm going to change it to honey since that's what I typically use, and probably also change the ratio because I would like it to be more lemony than sweet. And I can add more sugar when I mix it up, but I wouldn't want to add more lemon. That would be more trouble. So I got jars out, washed them, and I have them in my canning pot. It's right there. You can't see it, but you'll see it in a minute. So I have my lemon juice in this, which ended up being 9 cups of lemon juice. And I think I'm going to do like 1 part sugar, about 1 part sugar to 2 parts lemon. So I'm going to put this whole quart of honey in there because that's 4 cups. This is 9 cups of lemon juice. It's going to be a little bit more because, oops, I'm going to add this 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice to this because I want to get all the honey out. All the honey. When I make lemonade, I wait until I just have a little bit of honey left in the jar like this, and then that would be my sweetener. I would put the lemon in here, shake it up, and then add ice and water to it. And that way I get all the honey out of my jar because I don't know, I'm super frugal like that. And I don't know how else to get all the honey out. Okay, that looks like that's about it. So we really have 9 3/4 cup of lemon juice. I'm just going to turn this on enough to melt this and get it warm. And I have my jars on over here getting hot. So when I have hot liquid, I can put it into my hot jars. And hopefully we will have no breakage. And once this is melted and mixed in, I'll taste it. And if it's not sweet enough, then I'll add more sugar, but more honey. But honey would be something easy for me to add later. This is just to have on hand, to pull out, to mix up some lemonade really quickly instead of having to juice the lemons. And honestly, I probably would not make this if I did not zest all those lemons, but I had to do something with the lemon juice. And who knows, this might be an addition to my pantry that I like, the convenience of it. So to me, that's super sweet. So I would caution you doing the half and half if you want a lemony taste. But I like mine more lemony. So I'm just wondering, there is some pulp in this, and I read that if you put pulp in it, it could make it bitter when you can it. Maybe I'll strain it as I'm putting it in my jars one more time. That's what I'll do. I'll run it through another strainer just one more time as I'm putting it in the jars, and then we'll see how that works. And it is catching a good bit of that, so probably a good thing to do. If it'll make it bitter, I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this. This is my first time. But you have to start somewhere, so don't be afraid to do something. I wiped the lid with a wet paper towel and put my lid and ring on. It is challenging for me to talk and do something. I figured that out since I've been making these videos. That's why a lot of times I'm not looking at the camera when I'm talking. It's challenging. And I'm leaving an inch of head space. And I looked for a recipe like with Ball, because I have the Ball Blue Book and then the Ball Complete Cannon Book or some, whatever it is. So I really try to follow them, but they didn't have one for lemonade concentrate, but they did have one for strawberry lemonade concentrate. Might try that next year if my strawberries make a lot. That would be nice. I'm going to let that get boiling a little better than that before I start my timer, but it's going to be 15 minutes in a hot water bath. And this is what I have left. Since I'm not canning this, I don't care if the pulp is in it. This is some we're just going to drink fresh. I should have kept my funnel, but ooh, look at there. She did it. Okay. That's boiling pretty good. I'm going to set my 15-minute timer. Alexa, set a 15-minute timer.
15-minute timer started.
And we're going to try some of this and see how much we have to add to a quart. Start with a third of a cup. Oh. A third of a cup. I'm not going to add the water because if it's super watery like this, then I know I'll need more lemonade, right? For me, that's good, but not if I add more water, probably. So we're going to do, since I have the 1/3 measuring cup, I'm going to do another one. So that would be 2/3 of a cup of the lemon mixture. Very sweet. Let me get some water. Yep. 2/3 of a cup to eat, and then add ice and water to fill up your quart is good for me, but I do not like things super, super sweet. So on this, I would probably add a little bit more honey for my husband. Yeah. I like it. Okay. I'm going to clean up while that finishes. And then that is it for me and the lemons today. Time for me to move on to something else. And it really wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't mess the sound up. So my microphone isn't working. I'm just saying the timer went off. I've got these labels made. Once I pull them out, I'm going to put the labels on. I'm going to let them sit in the pot 5 or 10 minutes and then pull them out. So after realizing that my microphone was not working, I decided to come back real quick just to make a little ending for this video. My stickers that I said I made, and I just put what it is, the date, and the ratio to mix it, 2/3 to 1 quart. And about to say I still don't have the microphone on. I'm about to be annoyed with myself. Anyway, and these have been out for a little bit, so they're just a little bit warm. I'll leave them here until tomorrow. Anyway, hopefully this showed you can do anything you want to. It's not reserved for certain people. Find something you've been wanting to make and just make it. Jump in, make it. Sometimes we mess things up, but most of the times it does work out. Alrighty, so that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.